Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lesson 3, verses 31 to 40. Ye me matam idam nityam anutishtanti manvaha shraddhavantehe ansuyantehe mucyante te api karmabhi. Those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions and who follow this teaching faithfully without envy become free from the bondages of fruitive actions. Verse 32. Ye tu etat abhyasuyanta na anutishtanti me matam sarvagyan vimudan tan vidhi nastan achetsaha. But those who out of envy disregard these teachings and do not follow them regularly are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavors for perfection. Verse 33. Sadrisham chestete savyah prakrtehe jnanvan api prakrtim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karisyati. Even a man of knowledge acts according to his own nature, for everyone follows the nature he has acquired from the three modes. What can repression accomplish? Verse 34. Indriyasya arthe rag dvesho व्यस्थितौ तयो न वसम आगच्छेत तौ हि अस्य परिपन्थिनो. There are principles to regulate attachment and aversion pertaining to the senses and their objects. One should not come under the control of such attachment and aversion, because they are stumbling blocks on the path of self-realization. Verse 35. Shreyan swadharmah viguna pardharmat su anusthitat swadharme nidhanam shreh pardharme bhay aravahe. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than another's duty perfectly. Distraction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in others' duties, for to follow another's path is dangerous. Verse 36. Arjuna uvach at केन प्रयुक्तः अयं पापं चरति पुरुषः अनिच्छन् अपि वार्ष्णे बलात् इव नियोजितः. Arjuna said, descendant of Varsini, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force. Verse 37. Shri Bhagavan uvach kamah eshah krodha eshah rajogun samudbhava maha ashanah mahapapama vidhi enam iha varinam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is lust only, Arjuna, which is born for contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into worth, and which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. Verse 38. Dhumen avinyate vahinaha yatha adarshe malen cha yatha उल्बेन आवृतः गर्वः तथा तेन इदम आवृतम. As fire is covered by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, or as the embryo is covered by the womb. The living entity is similarly covered by different degrees of the lust. Verse 39. Avritam jnanam eten jnaninah nityavairina kamrupen konte dushpuren anlen cha. Thus, the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. Verse 40. Indriyani manah buddhi asya adhisthanam uchyate ete vimohayati eshaha jnanam avritya dehinam. The senses, the mind, and the intelligence are the sitting places of this lust. Through them, lust covers the real knowledge of the living entity and bewilders him. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, verse 41. Verse 41. Tasmat tvam indriyani adau niyamya bharat rishabha pap manam prajahi hi enam gyan vigyan nashanam. Therefore, O Arjuna, best of the Bharatas, in the very beginnings, curves this great symbol of sin, lust, by regulating the senses and slay this destroyer of knowledge and self-realization. Verse 42. Indriyani parani ahu indriyabhya param manah mansah tu para buddhihi yah buddhe paratah tu saha. The working senses are superior to dull matter. Mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is still higher than the mind. And he, the soul, is even higher than the intelligence. Verse 43. Evam buddhe param buddhadva sanstbhya atmana jahi shatrum mahabhavo kamrupam durasadam. Thus, knowing oneself to be transcendental to the material senses, mind and intelligence, O mighty armed Arjuna, one should steady the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence, Krishna consciousness, and thus by spiritual strength conquer this insatiable enemy known as lust. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. Third chapter of the Shrimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of Karma Yoga. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita.